following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, where every man in a thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't trust me, big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy, big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your wanna be, Jimmy Star's new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
Hey ho, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We got a great show for you guys today. Going to be a lot of fun. Before we get started, let's say hi to everybody, starting out with my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Our engineer said, "Are you ready?" which provoked a song in me from years ago. And the song was, "Are you ready to fall in love with me? Are you ready?" And I said to Jimmy, it's a sin that I cannot sing anymore. At 84 years old, soon to be 85, your vocal cords go somewhere. I don't know where they go, but they don't feel like they're in your throat anymore. I used to be able to control, your throat, your notes, as people that sing know. Now, I don't know what I sound like, but I miss singing. And I miss singing publicly because it was a great thrill to sing some of the best Cole Porter songs and have the audience applaud you so furiously.
Which I think if you practiced, you could.
No, you cannot.
You'll never be as good as you were when you were 40.
Julianne, nobody can sing anymore. When you get to be 80, the vocals are gone. Johnny Mathis does it because Johnny Mathis never used his vocals. He always was whispery. He never strained his voice. But I sang songs that required a lot of push, and you have to use your voice. But I used to sing pretty good. I have video of myself singing, and it's hard to believe that was me. Anyway, you give up a lot of things when you get to be in your 80s, but you also gain a lot of life. So you have to be grateful for the life that you're living, even though you've lost some of your, they're not faculties, but lost some of your talents.
Stefan says your voice may have changed, but it's still powerful.
Yeah, I have a powerful voice because I was theater trained. The last row has to hear you. And I've always told Jimmy that he has to learn to speak better. In business, if I go into a business meeting at a movie script, whatever, once I open my mouth, people shudder. They become frightened. They think I'm angry or I'm tough. I am tough. I'm, from New York. I'm from Brooklyn. And we don't make sissies in Brooklyn. We make tough people. And I think everybody from Brooklyn is loud. We're known to be loud.
Anyway.
Nothing wrong with being loud to be heard. Shut up, I'm speaking.
I thought you were done.
Mariconetta.
Okay, let's go.
Mariconetta.
Come on, we have stuff to talk about. Let's go.
Mariconetta.
Okay, come on, let's go. Finish.
I love to torture my husband. Anyway, well, you interrupted me again. See, interruption is what he does to weaken my performance.
No, Dan, you were talking about your voice.
Well, I have nothing else to talk about. What am I about? Your voice?
No, I don't sing.
You got to hear you sing. You sound.
Actually, I'm a great, terrible singer.
Yeah, when you sing, I think you're in the bathroom constipated, and you're in pain because it's like.
Love singing.
He tries to sing like alto, and his falsetto voice sounds like.
I wish I had a good falsetto.
Sounds like a woman being molested.
Anyway, I love to sing
That's
though.
what you
Anyway,
sound
I sing
like.
along with the radio.
sound
I
like
sing
a
along.
woman
I wear
doing a
headphones and
lot.
walk around singing while I'm doing things.
Singing. He
all
called
day
that
long.
shit singing.
It's not. I didn't say it was good singing. I didn't say it was good singing. I just
It's
said
not
it was
even
singing.
singing. It's you have piles.
So Cindy,
You sound like you have piles and you just sat on them.
So Cindy Ladylake said it's like General Hospital in the chat room. So B Claudia is having hurt her shoulder and she's in therapy, so she's not going to be here for the show probably. Same thing. Dawn Hinton had shoulder surgery, so she's not here. My knee is absolutely killing me. I go to get the bandages off after the show today. But you're right, Cindy. It's kind of like General Hospital. We're all like sickly, and but we appreciate everybody tuning in and everything that's going. And I don't know how to turn.
We just went.
I don't know how to turn these like notifications like off.
Anyway,
I thought
today
people
our guest is a
notificating.
buddy who I like very much. He's Hub Reynolds. And for those of you out there, ladies, that don't know who Hub Reynolds is, I would suggest if you're in a romantic mood, make sure the batteries in your vibrator are good, because Hub is a sexy guy. He's a real cowboy. And I don't know any cowboys. Of course, coming from Brooklyn, how the fuck would I know cowboys? But anyway, Hub is a real, true cowboy. So they do exist, the Roy Rogers people.
Absolutely.
And Hub Reynolds is a sexy cowboy. But I understand he's got a girlfriend. So now we have to find out all about the girlfriend.
It should be fun, you guys. So we have Hub Reynolds coming on, and a lot of people know him just because he comes on our Christmas show every year.
Right.
But we haven't actually had him on the show as a guest to hear his story. And a lot of people, the last time we had him on the show was about 8 years ago, I think.
Too long.
So a lot of people don't know his actual story. So this time we get new people to get to know his story, because he wrote a screenplay about his life. We're going to talk about that and talk about a new single he's going to be releasing soon. And then our second guest today is Braden. I don't know how you pronounce his last name. I think it's Bade.
How do you spell it?
Baade. Body. So Braden Body, and he's the zombie from Zombie with the Shotgun, which we're going to be hopefully shooting the sequel to that this year by the end of the year. And I met him recently and invited him on the show, and so he should be good.
What happened?
The dog is like walking over the cords and knocking everything down.
Brandy, get off the wires.
Get off the wires, Brandy. Yeah.
This is what happens when you have dogs in your studio.
Okay.
Brandy,
So anyway,
look,
she's
on the wire.
I know, there's nothing I can do about it.
She's like she wants a tightrope. She wants to be a circus. Look at this. She's trying to walk on the wire. Brandy, I didn't know you were that talented.
Yeah.
Look, she's all tangled in the wire. Then she's going to pull everything out and we'll be off the air. Thank you, Brandy.
No. Anyway, so yeah, Brandy and Astro are here.
Astro was pissed off because he was on my lap waiting to be on TV. And I said, no, not this morning. And he gave me a dirty look and he jumped off me. Astro, you want to be on television? Oh, so he's snub.
So you guys, we're gonna have a fun show. I think it'll be a lot of fun. There he goes. He came
I
on the
thought
side.
he was a snub. Watch, don't go on Daddy's leg. Go, look, say hi to everybody. Astro, say hello to your audience. Hi,
So we want to
everybody.
say hi to other people in the chat room. Stefan Bell's in the chat room. Cindy Lady Lake's in the chat room. Hub's in the chat room. And in the back. What are you doing?
He's singing.
Okay, stop.
He sings better than you,
You can't
Jimmy.
walk on my knee, honey, because it really
He
hurts
sings.
me.
Astro sings better. Astro, sing.
Brandy.
Sing, honey. Sing No Sun Dorme. Sing. See, that's dog's version of No Sun Dorme.
Okay. Anyway,
dog.
we have to get the dog to stop doing that. They're like both barking. Anyway, come on, you guys. Talk.
Talk. What
I'm
am I?
gonna go get him and lock him in here so they
Come on.
can't see what's outside.
Do you want me to sit on your lap and you
No.
can put your hand up my ass and move my mouth
No.
like a
Come
marionette?
on, you guys, get in here. Come on,
Talk.
Astro, get in here.
No other show has this. We are so real. It's pathetic how real we are.
right.
Kids, behave. Behave.
So what did we do lately? What did we do?
What have
Tell
we
people
done
this.
lately? We've gone shopping.
Yeah, it's hard for us because he can't
We
walk
went-
and I can't walk.
We went to that sneaker store because everybody's buying those stupid sneakers. What are they called?
Skechers.
Skechers. I wouldn't be caught dead in those ugly things. I look like duck feet. I mean, they were wide and floppy and platform, like I need to be 6'10". They're just horrible.
We were just looking at them because we want the shoes that you just slide your foot in. You don't have
Right.
to bend over and tie them because neither one of us can bend.
Now I'm told that they come in leather in a different manufacturer who makes them with design. I am a shoe person. I've always had beautiful shoes all of my adult life. I used to spend back in the 1960s, I bought Valentino shoes always, suede, Italian, magnificent. I had them in gray, brown, and black. I've always worn good shoes. Now with this sneakers, how do you put a suit on with sneakers? Why are people dressing like idiots? You know, fashion is forever. There's no such thing as in style or out of style. If you develop a style that looks great on you, you keep it. The Hollywood movie stars of the 1940s did that. Joan Crawford wore shoulder pads, started the whole scene for shoulder pads. Jane Russell told me everyone had their own hairdo. Nowadays, everyone has long blonde hair hanging in the front with a center part. I am so sick of it, ladies. Tired of looking at you looking like the Munster woman. It's stupid. Cut your hair. Find it.
Morticia Adams, like Morticia
Or whoever
Adams.
the hell it was.
And the Munster woman, both. They both look the
They're
same.
both of them. Cut your hair and have an individual style. Because looking like everybody and their mother is ridiculous. I watched the Trump thing yesterday. Every woman at the Trump rally was blonde with a center part and their hair hanging over their tits. I mean, really.
It's kind of like when everybody did the Jennifer Aniston haircut, and then everybody in the planet had the Jennifer Aniston.
Not
Prince
everybody,
haircut.
because a lot of people didn't want hair shorter. But this long hair, women think because their hair is long, men want to screw them more. That when they're naked and the hair is all over their body, the guy gets hot. Wrong. The only place a guy gets hot from is not that hair, it's the other hair. And you have to have that trimmed into an airport or landing strip, whatever they call it.
Jesus
When they
Christ.
wax your box and it's a landing strip. I mean, for your Zeppelin, for the Zeppelin to land. I think the world has gone crazy.
Anyway.
Oh my God.
So
I'm happy I find myself amusing. Nobody else does.
we want to thank everybody for tuning in every week. You can hear the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. We're on Red Circle, Apple Podcasts. We really want you to listen on Apple Podcasts. It's good for us. iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, TuneIn, Amazon Prime, and 360 TVN. We also want to mention everybody to check out our horror magazine, Dark Frights magazine. It's darkfrights.com. And check that out, especially if you're a fan of horror. It's a great, great magazine, and it's moving up in the rankings all the time. And I think we can almost bring on our first guest. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's bring him in, Mr. Hub Reynolds Jr. Hey!
Look at him. Hey, Mr. Sexy Cowboy. How you doing?
Hey, Braun, you see the smile on my face? It's because
Yeah.
of you. Man. I'm sitting there, I'm listening, watching the show in the back, and you're talking about the landing strip. You're talking about.
Well, yeah, no, women do. They have their pussies.
Nobody's like,
Hub. In case you have,
Go ahead.
in case you haven't screwed one of those airport broads, they have their pubic hair waxed into a landing strip. I've never seen one, but I've heard of them. So tell me, have you ever seen one, hubby?
Yeah. Never. No.
Ladies,
I'm too smart to answer anything. Yeah, to answer anything other. No.
Yeah, you have to be careful.
What?
Hold on, let's introduce him.
What do you have to
Yeah,
be careful?
Well, he's not single anymore, so he can't talk like a single person.
Oh, I thought it was dangerous getting hair in your teeth.
Oh,
I thought that's what he was talking about.
Hey, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, the amazing and super talented Hub Reynolds Jr. Hello, and welcome back to the show. We're very happy to have you.
Hey, I'm glad to be back.
Long time no see.
Yeah.
So we hear you have a girlfriend. Hello. Is this one going?
Yes.
Is this one going to stay around, or is this
Oh
one
yeah,
going to?
yeah. This one's
This one's a keeper.
we're engaged, got the ring and the band on, we're partners, and 7 months in now we just got the land and we get to start building the house on top of all the other stuff we got going on with
Good for
music
you.
and
So
the
you think you're going to marry this one?
He just said they're engaged.
That's amazing. But he's been engaged how many times?
No, not a lot.
Right. How many times have you been engaged? How many? Three, 4 times?
in 40 years, maybe 3 times.
Okay, so who's going to believe you?
Okay, well, keep watching.
I'm not going to believe you when I
Come
see
on,
when I
Ron.
see the wedding. I'll believe you.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I moved from Alabama, sold the farmhouse down in Florida now, and we got the land built. I'm gonna build a shack, outhouse
Where are you living in Florida?
at Brooksville,
Where?
Brooksville, Florida.
Where
It's
the hell
about
is that?
45 minutes from Clearwater. 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah. Yeah.
We're
On the Gulf Coast.
moving back to Florida. We're moving back to Boca. I miss
Yeah.
Boca.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm glad I'm back. It's good for the body and the bones and the aches. You just stay warm and keep tan.
Are you near?
But,
Are you near the ocean? Are you near the ocean at all?
Yeah, I'm only 15 minutes from the Gulf where we are in
Okay.
Brooksville. Yeah, it's nice.
Okay, so now I have to know because you know I have to know.
Go
Who
ahead.
is she? What is she? And is she nice?
Shh,
The
it's-
girlfriend.
Her name is Holly
You
Ann.
forgot her already. Already
Huh?
you forgot.
He didn't. He's being quiet because she's there.
I don't care.
Well, hey, she may walk.
Tipping her off.
She can walk in.
He's a
She may
lady.
walk. She may walk in at any time. But no, Ron. Holly Ann is from Brooksville, Florida, a small town girl, lived here her whole life. I wasn't looking, 5 years single, wasn't looking, strolled, look over there one day, and I kept seeing this. And I said, you know what? Boom, I blew her picture up, and I said, yeah. So we started talking.
Is she a love interest or just a piece of ass?
Oh, come on, Ron. You know me better than that.
No, I don't.
No, I hope to be
Taylor,
married. I hope to be
huh?
married. I hope to be married in weeks to months away.
When are you getting
but
married?
the house, yeah, to be married officially.
All right, I'll hold you to it.
Okay, yeah. I'll send you a card. I'll send you an invitation.
Good.
First of all, you guys, Hub's fiance's name is Holly Ann. And
Holly
it's so
Ann.
cool because if you're on the internet and you look for the hashtag Holly Ann and Hub Jr., it's everywhere all over the internet. They've created a hashtag for themselves. They're both on TikTok and Instagram and X
Wow.
and everything. And they're fantastic. They post the cutest videos, you guys. So follow Hub on TikTok at Hub Reynolds Jr. His Instagram is Hub Reynolds. His X is Hub Reynolds Jr. And look for the hashtag Holly Ann and Hub Jr. So tell us, how did we meet Holly Ann?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, Jimmy, hey, Ron. I was always looking for the actress for the video for a year or two. Couldn't find anybody, gave up. So now it all works out. A true love story of Holly Ann and I. And she's the one in the video that I wrote the mini movie for the music video. It's in the Kiss. So I cast her. So you're going to go see a real love story of 2 real people in love. And it's in the Kiss. I don't even have to kiss her in the video. When the hair stands up, because we'll put the balloon on the back of her neck. But in the video, it looks so romantic because it's so real. So you got in the Kiss. I'm already so excited about writing Rusty Dreams 2, the love story. I'm like, let's just get this one made, the first movie, because I'm ready to write.
All right,
new
so here's what
songs.
you gotta do.
Wait, is Holly Ann there with you now?
If she was to walk in, it'd be rare because she don't get off till 4:30. So if she could get off, she said she'd try to walk in. So she'd try.
We would have put her on the air with you.
I
first of
tried
all,
so hard.
you gotta explain all this stuff because, anybody who doesn't know who you are, that's one of the reasons why we wanted to bring you back on to let people know who you are because you got a lot of things going on.
Speak slowly because of your accent. They say I have an accent, so live with it.
Okay, Ron, let me tell you something, man. Can you understand me now? Okay, let me tell you something, man. You want to talk about some shit? Fuck you, man. Okay, I'll slow down. Hey, Ron, I'm just as excited as that shirt you got on, man. Hey, man,
Yeah, absolutely.
True love, finally got true love. I don't know what she sees in me, but I know one thing. She's happy, I'm happy. I guarantee that girl will be singing on a duet with me on the radio in 6 months.
Good,
Yeah.
good.
So,
Listen,
wait, go back because he talked about a bunch of stuff.
I
that
know,
nobody
but
knows what he's
I
talking
gotta
about.
find this out. Huh, but those your teeth or fake teeth?
You see me wearing them?
You got beautiful teeth.
Thank you, Ron.
All right, so first of all, you guys, because Hub's talking about stuff like he thinks everybody knows it, and because he knows I know it, and a lot of people who follow him in social media know it. But so you guys, he's got a new single that's going to be coming out. That's what he was talking about. It's called "It's in the Kiss," of which Holly Ann is the star of the video. That's what he was talking about when he couldn't find somebody to star in the video. Now it's a true live love story video because they're actually in love.
Are we going to see the video?
Not yet. It's not quite ready yet. Soon. And then he's got a movie that he wrote, you guys, Rusty Dreams, Don't Leave Your Dreams in the Rain, based on a true story about his life. And I want to, so a lot of people don't know your story. People know it if they listen to you the first time you were on the show, or if they Google you and see stuff. Tell everybody, give us like a 3-minute version of like the whole, like Hub Reynolds Jr. living in the streets, living in a car,
All right.
where
Hey,
you are now.
I'll try to slow it down, but stay steady, Ron. Okay, so we don't waste too much time. The movie is pretty much about when I was a little kid in a divorce. I was sold for $25. My stepmother got me and taught me everything there was to know about life, love, God, and everything, and raised me. And all the little dreams that little boy did. I started with blocks, Legos, record sets, guitars, record players. I dreamed of being a football player, singer, dancer, actor, entertainer. All those dreams.
And a dream
All
about
those dreams. Wait, Ron. I dreamed of all those dreams, and then you know what? I put them on the back burner. Went to work, made companies. That fell out. Went in the street, and I said, "What am I going to do?" So I started writing. Somebody heard me sing, sent me to Nashville. I cut a record. Mr. Jimmy Star, Elaine Shapiro got it to 26 in the world on the independent charts. I was rocking, and then all of a sudden, my story went. And Jimmy said, Rusty, I'm Hub Reynolds Jr., but they call me Rusty too. Write a movie. It'll pay for all your stuff. So I wrote a movie, a bunch of them now. So Jimmy inspired me. Ron inspired me because he said, you're never too old to get into this shit. I'm
Right.
63, and I feel 23 with.
He said you inspired him that you're never too old to do.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Ron,
Listen,
he
I
told me
wanted-
that.
I wanted
He
to
told me
know
that
something.
10 years ago. 10 years ago, he told me that. I've been still going through hell, but I've been still picking at it like Jimmy does. Me and Jimmy work the same amount of hours, I guarantee it. But hey, life's good. I'm in love like a frick, and I clean that up a lot, because I'm in love like a schoolboy with Holly Ann. And if I say, hey, I want to sell kangaroo toenails painted, she said, let's do it. She wants to dance and make a TikTok. Let's do it. She sings and dances. Come on.
Does
I'm
she
so happy,
really
man.
sing? Does she really sing? Like some of the videos that you guys do, you're lip syncing to, and some of them seem like they're real.
We are singing. Yeah, we sing. Yeah, she can
so does
sing. Yeah, she does sing, but she doesn't sing. She doesn't have the desire to be a singer. But watch, I'm gonna wait till I get her in the studio, Jimmy.
Oh, but she's
But
so
yeah.
good at all the videos, the TikTok
She's
videos.
excellent. Yeah, it's like I'm in love with myself, but I get to kiss her. It's beautiful. Ron, I see you. You're happy for me, Ron. I see you, man. I'm happy. Finally, you've known me.
So you
You've been
moved
doing
out from where were you living before? Where were you
He
living?
had a house somewhere.
Yeah, he sold it.
Yeah. Well, I just sold the last farm in Alabama when we met, and I said, "Hey, I'm not going to take her away from where she is. She's, So I moved down, and before that, I was in Georgia, went to Alabama. But in the same time, I've been single 5 years. I was writing movies and books and songs, and working on the other stuff, and trying to get it ready for World Star PR. Got those people in there. And now it's all Jimmy, Ron. It's all coming together, man. It's all coming together. And I love it.
You had a lot of wishes when you were a little boy. right?
Absolutely.
Did you ever wish for a large penis when you grew up?
No, because when I unfold mine, I got a solid 9'10".
You hear that, ladies? A bunch of women just came.
Ron, hey Ron, do you realize Holly might be watching this? Do you realize you caused me to say something like a redneck backwoods dough ball catfish?
Well, listen, Hub, I
She
hope,
knows, though.
wait, I hope Holly is smart enough to know this is all fun.
Yeah,
If it
she
were
does.
real, I would never say it. I don't say reality. Like
Yeah.
I won't say anything that's real. Everything I
Yeah.
say is made up in my
Yeah.
funny mind. It's humor. This is what
Yeah.
makes our show a success. All the nuts, the crazy people listen to it to hear what crazy Ron's going to say.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's fun. It's a joke, and men always
Yeah.
make jokes about each other's penises. You know that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Hey,
in
we
Brooklyn-
laugh and
Hang
joke.
on. You know how I would greet you on a street in Brooklyn? Hey, Hub, how's it hanging?
Yeah.
That's
Dude.
Brooklyn. You know,
And
Yeah.
that was,
And I think
hold it and see.
Uh-huh.
let me
Yeah.
unfold it and see. So, that's
No.
funny.
Yeah. No, Ron, I said, no, man, it's hanging to the left, man. It's hanging to the left.
Everyone dresses to the right, left. We all
Hey,
dress.
it's
I know
everything's
why
going
we-
good. The movie, I'm working on the trailer, and as soon as I get it to Jimmy and Elaine, the trailer will hit, the song will hit, it'll all hit at one time. So I've just been living in peace. I have faith and know that, like you said, Ron, it don't matter how old you are. Ron, I met you when you were 74, and I was, so hey, it don't matter. You just do what you want to do and be happy about it.
No, I love
And I'm
it. I think it's
Well,
great.
I like what you're doing because you've had the shit kicked out of you,
Hell yeah.
and you still keep coming back to get it right. And I think this time
With
you
a
might.
smile.
Well, wait, I've never seen you this happy and whatever, but I think
Yeah.
this time you might get it right. And
Thanks, Ron.
be nice to Holly. She'll stick around if you do.
Oh, I know how to treat a woman.
Yeah, men that are not. I'm not saying you're not nice, but a
Yeah,
lot of
I
men,
know that.
no, a lot of men say, "Oh, she wasn't for me." She was for you. You just were not nice to her.
Yeah.
Men can be very rough and tough. Men can
Yeah.
also they can ignore their women. Never do that. Make your woman the number one thing in your life. Treat her like there's nobody else like her, and she'll never leave you. I do
That's
that with my woman.
Hey, oh, Ron, I can't. Hey, Ron, listen, Ron. When me and you get together, me and you gonna sing. You can sing. I know you can sing. I
I
heard
can't
you.
sing. Hub, I can't. My vocals are gone. No, I sound like an old man now. You're rough. I'll be 85 in 2 months. I'm no chicken.
So wait. So now you moved to Brooksville and you bought a piece of property and you're going to build a house there.
Exactly. For now.
What's the
For now.
population of Brooksville? Is there very many people live there?
I don't know, but it's a small little town. It's been here forever, and let me tell you how I knew that Holly was the one. Okay, Ron.
Sure.
First time I came to her house to visit her in Florida, and she cooked supper for me. First in my life, I was sitting at the table, and she walked over to me and carried a plate of food. She carried hey Ron, she carried a plate of food and put it in front of me. And I looked at her and said, "What are you doing?" She said, "I made a plate for you." And I said, "I can make my own plate." She said, "Well, I wanted to." And I said, "I ain't never in my life had a woman."
Well, let a woman do that. Women like doing that shit.
I let her do it, and she still does it. Hey, I kind of said, "Yeah, this is it. This is the country girl I want." Yeah, I know.
No, she's very, very cute. You guys are always smiling in all your videos. You look like you're having a good time. Does she like the same kind of like country music that you like?
Oh, her music catalog in her head is probably as big as mine. And I'm 11 years older than her. So, but she knows the lyrics to everything, even that Gen X stuff. I had to go from Frank Sinatra to that Gen X, So yeah, I had to learn all that young stuff, Jimmy.
You guys posted a video. You posted a video recently on TikTok and you used a Scotty McCready song, and I was like, oh my God, it's a really good song. I don't know it. I've never heard of it. I know who Scotty McCready is because of American Idol. And and I was like, oh my God, I really like this song. This is a good song.
So when we moved to Florida, you and your wife by then better be.
Absolutely.
You have to come down to Boca for dinner.
Absolutely. We will. I can't wait.
It's not far. Clearwater,
No.
it's not. We're not far.
Oh,
We're
you're
like
gonna, hey Ron, you're gonna love it down here. It's so warm. I got the old aches on the body, but hey, and Jimmy's knee's gonna need it.
I
Take it
lived
to the beach.
in Florida
Him
for
too.
many years. You
Yeah,
see what I'm doing with this tissue?
yeah, it's
The wind here in the desert is strong, and the sand is killing me. The dust goes up your nose. My nose runs with water. Water
Yeah.
pours out like a fountain.
Yes.
I have to get out of the desert because it's not healthy. I thought you moved to the desert if you had TB and cancer, and it was no,
Yeah.
not
To
good.
get it.
You cannot breathe here when the winds blow. Florida has a far better, healthier climate, I think, and it's
I like
wonderful being in the salt water because I
I'm
feel.
loving it. Yeah, it's pretty.
So you
It's a pretty good old.
I mean, if
Gotcha.
you ever get gonorrhea, you go in the ocean.
So you guys, I think it was like 10 years ago. I met him on Twitter, right? Through Bruce Jackson, I think. Is that how we met?
Right. Yeah.
We met on Twitter, you guys, and he had one song, and it's called "Hell, I'm Just Me." And so I pulled one of the videos off of YouTube so everybody can hear you sing. So we're gonna play it for everybody.
All right.
And now he's got follow-up comment. You guys, he really skimmed over his story. You guys, he was homeless. He lived in his car for a long time. He had a construction company. It went broke, but he paid everybody off. I mean, he's a stand-up guy, and he's really been through hell. And so, hell, I'm just me, and like you went through hell. So what we're gonna do is play the song for everybody real quick, just to hear it. And then when we get the new single, we're gonna play that one too. But you introduce it for us, and Juan, you play.
Wait, before we do that, I want to say something. Wisdom from an old man. What you don't get in the first half of your life, you will get in the second half. And you're in the second half of your life, and it's all going to come to you, Hub.
Yeah.
All beautiful stuff is ahead.
Yeah.
So sing about it.
Ron, I always listen to you because there's an old saying, you don't get old being no fool. And I listen to you. So you got wisdom and knowledge. I listen to you, but I listen to a lot of people. But yeah. Let me say, so this, I don't know, are you playing Hell, I'm Just Me?
Yeah, I'm gonna play Hell, I'm Just Me.
Okay.
Because I don't
Well,
have
that
the
was
other song.
right. Okay. Well, you want me to introduce it? What were you going to say, Ron? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, I want you to introduce the song. We're gonna just play it. It's just it's one of the ones with the pictures, and then we'll come back and talk some more.
Okay.
The final
All right.
thing I wanted to say was everything in life is 50-50. You sleep 50-50, you're awake 50-50. You laugh 50-50, you cry 50-50. Learn that math, and you're successful the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Now let's hear your song.
Okay. Hey, this is the first single I put out a few years back, and Jimmy helped me get it to 26 in the world. But that's an old Hub Reynolds single. But the new singles, it's in the Kiss. But this is called Hell, I'm Just Me. I started singing it when I was about 16 years old and released it when I was 50. So thanks, Jimmy. Play it. Hell, I'm Just Me. It's a boot tapper.
Here we go, you guys.
Well, I wanted to walk and talk like John Wayne, and I wanted to write and sing like Hank. But I never did care for the Pilgrims, Lord, and I damn near pickled my brain with drain. And I wanted to ride in a chauffeur limousine. I did not want no little blood. I never showed real affection, baby, but nowadays I love to kiss and hug. And finally, I want it to be me. Finally, called Jesse James. But nobody ever made my day, Lord. And hell, you know, I never did like trains. And I wanted to be on the silver string, and I wanted to ride on Thunder Road. I never would help my troubled brother, Lord, but nowadays I help carry the load. And finally, I wanted to be me. Finally, just me, oh hell, just me. I dreamed I was standing by my tombstone, but I heard nobody cry. Oh, they were laughing, they were drinking, Lord. That's when I realized I lived a lie. And finally, I wanted to be me. What you get is what you see. Oh, hell, I'm just me. That's right, I ain't no Jesse James. You know, I tried to be old Hank, couldn't handle that either. You know, folks, when you walk out of that theater that day on Saturday, you gotta return to being who you are. And as far as I'm concerned, hell, I'm just gonna be me. That's all I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna be me.
Yeah.
You know what? You could sing.
Yeah. Hey,
And,
hey,
you know,
can I say?
I'm not a fan of shit-kicking music, but
Yeah.
that was, you know, it's good. There was a gay bar in Fort Lauderdale that I used to go to on Thursday nights because they did that cowboy dancing.
Square dancing.
Yeah.
What's it
So
called?
line dancing.
Line dancing. And they used to do that music, and we would all go around in a circle dancing like cowboys. It was fun.
Yeah.
So-
yeah. Hey, Jimmy, can I say something to the chat room?
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't get to say anything. I think I got some super duper great supporters in there. Cindy Lady Lake and Stefan Bell. And I don't know, Miss B. Claudia. I think she's getting some surgery. I don't think she's in the chat room, but
No, she's not in the chat room, but Pat
I
Grant is.
haven't been chatting while I've been talking. I try to been focused on this, but just say hey to Cindy Lady Lake. And I don't know if Elaine's Miss Shapiro, the Queen's in there. So
Nope, she's not.
she's not okay. Well,
We
I
have
think
three people that are sick, that have injuries.
We're all like injured.
not
Everybody's
here.
injured. So I want
Yeah.
to say something about your music. First of all, number one, for people who don't really know you, like hell, I'm just me. Like that really is you. You really are you. You're not. You don't change. Like you're not on TV and then you see you someplace
No.
else and you act different. You are you no matter where you go, which is very rare in the world today.
I want to pay you a
Wait, I'm not
compliment.
finished.
I don't care if you're finished.
I am
You're
finished.
putting me to sleep.
No, I don't care what nobody else is being put to sleep. So, terrific. Number one. Number two, I think people should know. So you're Hub Reynolds Jr., but you had an uncle, Hub Reynolds, who was also a pretty well-known country singer, right? Tell us just a little 2 seconds about that.
Hub Reynolds was my uncle / father. So he was a country western singer starting in the 50s, 60s, and got big and got on Hank Williams Jr.'s label. And he sang with George and Waylon and Merle and Johnny Cash. He sang with all of them. He sounded just like Hank Williams, senior. So the Williams family, when Hank died, the Williams family asked my uncle to sing some of Hank's songs, and he did, and that's what blew up Hub's career. And then Hub was a little alcoholic, and when his wife died, he blamed himself, and he didn't recover. And he got so big, he was competing with Conway Twitty and Glenn Campbell, all of them. So he left everything to me when he passed. And I was always wanting to sing. So when I became homeless, I didn't have nothing to do. So I started writing. Next thing I know, somebody heard me singing, and they sent me to Nashville. I cut a record, man. I mean, I didn't know I could do this. And then I ran into these two good fellas right here, man. Let me tell you something. That one right there with the hair and the beautiful hair. He said, man, no matter how old you get, and the other one, Jimmy, me and Jimmy are just alike. I just kiss girls. He kisses men. You know? Hey, I
want to say something, Hub.
Say it, Mr. Roy.
I've interviewed over 4,000 people, no lie, in my 25 or 30 years of interviewing. Two people became very important. Three people out of all the people have become somebody I like. Eileen Shapiro, number one, you, and my friend in England. What's his name?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Right here.
Okay. Derek. And it's amazing out of all those people that you three still stick out. And I'm so happy to see the three of you when I do. And that says something, because you have to have a stupendous personality in order to override all the rest. And you guys, you certainly do. And so does Eileen. So does Derek.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you, Ron.
No, it's true. I was happy you're coming on, because I really don't give a shit half the time who comes on, because I don't even know. I get to know them after they're on. But I said, who are we going to execute today? He said, Hub. I said, oh, great.
I think it's important for people to know that it is possible to like live your dream, and even going through incredibly difficult times. You went through very difficult times. You always have a smile on your face. You know, even when I knew you when you were living in the car, you had a smile on your face. You know, like you've been given a gift, you're using it, and things are coming together. Yeah, it takes time, and it's not like super fast, but look at all the wonderful things that have happened to you. You know, you had a house, now you have a fiance, and you guys are living together, and you're building a house. You got a new.
But living in a car is far better than laying in a coffin.
That's true.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. 6'5". Better. Yeah. Hey, I'm glad I'm here. I'm alive. Hey, God, I got something. I'm gonna sing and write and sell biscuits, and I'm gonna get some old JC Penney underwear and put HRJ on the panties and sell whatever. Hey, I'm gonna sell chicken eggs. Heck, man, those things are making money. No, Ron, Holly Ann inspires my heart.
I'm so happy.
She makes me just God. I'm whipped.
I am so happy for you, Hub, because I know that you've been alone for a long time, and now it's time to nestle and have someone to take care of you, and let her bring you a plate of food. There's nothing wrong with it. I have Jimmy doing everything. I have a big whip. And I crack that whip and Jimmy jumps. He does everything. I just lay there like a king. I don't do a thing. Right, Jim?
So right. So is she a good cook?
Oh my God. I'm a master chef. She can almost outcook me. I think I got her on barbecue. I'm not sure yet. But no, she taught the fish how to swim. Yeah, she can cook. It's because I cooked for 40 years, and now this woman's cooking for me, and I'm like sitting there, but I can't do it. I got to chop. I got to do something. I'm not going to sit there like a fat ass and wait for her to feed me. So yeah, we cook.
Everybody who like follows you in social media knows you had cats. Now, did the cats come with you to Florida?
I lost one on the last farm in Alabama, but Pocus came, and she's here, and she came. I lost Hocus. Yeah, Hocus Pocus and Pocus.
No, were you married? You were married before, right?
I've been divorced 15 years.
So you were married once.
Yes, I was married twice. Once in 85 and again in 88 for 24 years.
No kids. No,
yes.
Yeah, I got two boys. 30 and 35. Mason and Dallas.
How old are you? You're an old fuck.
Hey, easy now.
You have a 35-year-old kid.
A 35-year-old son?
Yeah. So what you knock her up at 10?
No, I'm 63.
So young. I can't believe you have a 35-year-old kid.
60s.
I'm 63, Ron.
God, you don't look
Hey,
it. You look
Yeah,
terrific.
hey, Holly makes me feel 23.
There you go.
Oh, but Hob, I had no idea you were that old. No idea at all.
Yeah. Hey, it's that olive oil. I'm Indian Irish, I'm Indian Irish. You
No,
take care of that skin.
You look about 50, 45 or 50. Even,
Thank you,
even.
Ron.
If even.
Yeah. Hey,
You
and I'm
look good.
happy. When you're happy and you don't worry about nothing.
That's
It's
right. That's
good.
why I look old, because I'm married to him. He makes me
Stop.
so unhappy. Because
You guys are
sometimes when I
good.
crack the whip, he's not fast enough.
Yeah.
You know, I said, I want dinner in 15 minutes. And
Well,
he
that's
brings it
probably
to me in
That's
20
probably why
minutes.
his knee went out, probably running for you.
No, but when he brings me my dinner in 20 minutes, I have to beat him with the whip.
Everybody
So he
in the
learned.
chat room thought you were 50. Everybody
Yeah,
thought
you
were
don't
50,
look
so
63. You're Jimmy's age.
Right. Same. Yeah. A
You're
little older
Jimmy's
than Jim.
I'm 60.
No, I thought you were 62.
No, I'm 60.
That's all you are? My, you've had a hard life.
Hey, when you get down here and get that tan going, you guys will stay. That tan drops 10 years off.
There you go. That I
We
like.
live in the sunshine capital of the world. Every day in Palm Springs is sun. It never rains. And I don't go in the sun for that reason.
Well, it's too hot.
Because if you go in the sun every day, you will look like a zombie.
Exactly. And wear your sunglasses. Look, no crow's, 2 crow's feet, no Botox. Wear your sunglasses. I've been wearing
Or
them
a
all
big
my
hat
life.
like that.
Oh,
That
yeah,
hat.
he likes sunglasses. Do you wear a hat everywhere? Like you wear a hat and cowboy boots
Hey,
everywhere?
no. Hey, I've started taking the hat off, and I'm going to do it. Since we're talking about music, this is Hub Reynolds Jr. Let me throw on Rusty Reynolds, the screenwriter. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, man, let me tell you something.
Chrome Dome.
Let me tell you about this new movie, man. This movie's about a kid, man, had a set of balls on him, right? He dreamed of about being one of the bad Gambinos like the Ron Russell. Yeah, he grew up, he chased his dreams. God put him in the gutter, man. Put him in the gutter. The gutter. He climbed out like a better. Now look at
You
me.
lost
now.
a lot of weight too, didn't you?
Yeah, I lost almost 50 pounds, and I feel great. I got my health right. My mind was always right. I just got the health right, and I write, and I can't wait to start writing another movie and stuff. But Ron, check it out, Ron. Tell me what you think.
Check out the movie.
No, check
No.
out his look.
Me,
Check out
baby.
what?
Come on, Ron. Ron.
It's a whole different look. No. The sunglasses and the ball head, you look like you're in prison.
Yeah.
like
Okay. Let me take the shirt off.
No, you make a very good prisoner, like a killer in a prison, right? Cast them as
But
that.
most of your pictures that I see, you always have a hat on and you always have boots on. So you pretty much do the cowboy
Okay,
thing.
story time. The guy that has your name, Burt Reynolds, I knew really well. The real
Yeah, I met him a couple times.
Burt Reynolds.
I met him.
Mostly every time I saw him, he had a cowboy hat and cowboy boots. So
Yeah.
he would come up to his business manager's house, Lee Winkler, in Truesdale Estates on Sunday for brunch. And I
Right.
said to Lee one day, how come Burt always wears a cowboy hat? And Burt said, and Lee said, because he wears a full wig all the time. And there are times he doesn't want to wear the wig, so he wears the cowboy hat.
Right.
But Burt
right.
Reynolds didn't wear a toupee. He had a full entire wig.
Yes, I'm right.
Not
I
too
saw
many
it.
people know that. Now
And
they do.
you just go bald, which is better.
Would you wear a wig?
Holly says I look younger that way. I had, so hey, I do this for the music. I take it off for the movies. So
There you go.
But would you wear a wig?
no.
I
I
wouldn't
mean,
either.
I would for a movie because I want to play the part in this Rusty Dreams, and I think I can get back
Right.
to like 25. But we're gonna have to put some hair up there, man. You know what I'm talking about? Some hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if ever I went bald like you, I would
Yeah.
wear a wig because without
Yeah.
my hair, nobody knows me.
No.
No, seriously. My car mechanic, who I've been with for 20 years, because I have
Yes.
a vintage car. When I went back to him after about 10 years ago,
Right.
I said, remember me? He said, yeah, you're the guy with all the hair. So there you go. That's my trademark. Black eyebrows and hair.
You look good, Ron. Jimmy, look sharp. Jimmy, you look like you
Almost
lost some weight.
85. I look all right.
Yeah, I lost weight too.
Hey, Jimmy, your jawline, that beard, you got that jawline GQ going, man.
Yeah, I'm working on that because my face isn't quite as fat because I lost.
Yeah. I
before
can't
my
lose
knee-
any more weight.
No, but listen. I
No,
know
you look good.
Jimmy will be beautiful after his sex change.
God.
And I told him to have a very tight vagina made because I like tight vagina.
Okay. All right. I just lost all my Southern
We're gonna
Baptist.
we're gonna call him Jane.
So I have a question for you. Who are some of the so your country music is real country music, not really necessarily some of the stuff that comes out now. But like, are there any modern country people right now that you think, oh my God,
yeah. I'll
what's
tell
the modern
you.
country people both of you guys like?
Yes. Listen, I started out singing at 7 in the 60s, and I was listening to Hub sing, and that's all I sang was Hub Reynolds Jr. and Little Hank Williams. But when I got to be a teenager, I got into, the teenager stuff, and when Michael Jackson and all that, started singing everything. But as far as country now, look, I sing everything: jazz, gospel, country, hip hop. I can sing, if it's good, I sing it. But for country now, Randy Travis and Travis Tritt and Alan Jackson, those kind of guys influenced me. But when I got loose, then the like some of the Luke Bryan, some of the Cody Johnson, I'm singing. You got to change a little bit with the wave. So I try to change a little bit because I got to compete with those younger cats sometimes. But I sing traditional. But I can sing anything, and I do hope to release another song on the jazz genre.
Oh, there you go. Then you could do a thing like called Voices, and you just like play different kinds of genres of music, and you.
I sang jazz all my life. It's very difficult. But my favorite song in shit-kicking music is what I call it, was Patsy Cline, I believe, right? Is that correct, her name? Patsy Cline?
Depends on the sign, you got to tell the name of the song.
And the song was, I go out walking after midnight.
I grew up singing that. Ron, I grew up singing that. I was like 9 or 10. I go out walking after midnight.
I love that song.
In the moonlight, just hoping to see her. I grew up singing that.
I love that song.
And Perry Como, my mom played Perry Como, and I listened to Engelbert Humperdinck. So I sing in a sleep.
Oh, I like
it. Love. I sang all that, man.
I invited him on the show recently, but he didn't respond. Engelbert Humperdinck.
I think he's too old.
He's on Instagram every day singing.
Yeah, Instagram is in his bedroom.
Yeah, he
but
is.
To come on
Sitting there.
television looking like he looks like shit. That's why he won't come on, because he doesn't even look like himself.
So do you like? So I have the singer that I like now. I think her name's Kelsey Ballerini or something.
Oh,
Kelsey.
I love her.
Okay, so I never even knew who she was. I used to always see her in the headlines, but I had no idea. But she's a judge on The Voice this season, and so then I started because they would play some of her music, and I was like, besides the fact that she's gorgeous, she's good. I liked her a lot.
Yeah. I like all kinds of music. So if it's got a good beat and it sounds good, I'm going to listen to it.
So if you were going to go on tour, let's say it's in his Kiss, it blows up, and you're going to go open up for any country music artist, nowadays country music artist, and give me a dead one too. It's like, who are you going to go open up for? Who do you want to go? Who does Hub Reynolds Jr. want to open up for in his first big major national tour?
I have no doubt. That's simple. If he's solo or they're together, it'd be Ronnie Dunn or Brooks and Dunn.
Brooks and Dunn, yeah.
Who's that?
Ronnie Dunn from Brooks and Dunn, a huge country duo.
Oh, I've heard them.
I don't know.
What songs do they have? What's their famous song?
Out in the country, past the city limit signs, oh, there's a honky tonk. Yeah, don't know that?
I only have Johnny Mathis and Peggy Lee in my house.
Yeah, I know.
I've met Johnny 3 times.
Yeah.
I fell madly in love with his persona, because Johnny Mathis is by far the sweetest.
Oh, you mean that guy that? Hey, you talking about the guy? Chances are
that's who. You bet.
You wear a silly grin.
You bet.
I sing that shit.
He is a saint. He is a saint.
He was good looking too.
As kind, as gentle, as meek, He's a super duper 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 star with tons of money. And when you meet him, he's like
You never know.
the guy next door. I love Johnny Mathis.
Yeah.
We listen on Christmas Day. All we do is listen to Johnny Mathis all day long, like while we're doing Christmas.
Yeah.
Like,
And Beryl Davis. Do you know who Beryl Davis
he doesn't
was?
know Beryl
Yes.
Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You?
Beryl
Yes, my
Davis.
mom. Yeah.
She was my dear friend for years. And we were driving by a house here in LA, and Beryl said, that's where Peggy Lee lived. I said, you knew Peggy Lee? She said, yes, she was very dear friends of mine. And you know, Ron, if she met you, she would have loved you. And I almost died in the car. I said, I adore her. You could have introduced me to Peggy Lee, Beryl? She said, yeah. I said, why didn't you? She said, who the hell knew? You never told me.
Yeah.
Beryl
Yeah.
Davis sang up until she was 89. So there you go. 89, she was still singing with a band.
Ron, I listened to you, man. You're still knocking a hole in it, man. Looking good. I mean, no wonder Jimmy chases you.
In your dreams, he chases me.
So first of all,
He chases his cell phone.
No,
His lover is his cell phone.
that's not true.
that's not
so
true.
we're actually in the Rusty Dreams movie.
What are we in?
We're in his movie
How could that be?
because we're part of his story.
Yeah, but how could that? We haven't shot it yet.
Well, so we don't have funding for the movie yet, but he
Well,
just
let's
wrote
get
the script.
funding. You know,
There you go.
I'm in so many movies, I don't even know I'm in them. We
I
went to
know.
a red carpet, and Jimmy and I are sitting there, and Jimmy said, that's your voice.
Oh no! In the movie, when the movie's playing, there's a voiceover by somebody talking to the main character,
Right.
and I was like, "That's your voice," and he's like, "What?" He didn't even remember like recording, his voice in the
And
movie
I
until he
didn't
saw himself in the credits.
And I didn't
Yeah.
even know it was my voice.
You're so laid back, Ron. You're so laid back.
Are we going to be in your movie praising you?
Yes, I wrote you in there, and I mean, I wrote you in that you're part of the story at the end when y'all discover me, and we go to the premiere of Rusty Dreams and get. Oh man, what you talking about, man? I got you in there.
Yeah, we're in there. It's gonna be
Good.
fun.
I'm proud to be in your film.
Yeah,
It's an honor.
yeah.
Thank
You guys
Thank you
help
for
me get.
thinking of us.
You help me get where I am. Both you guys, you good fellas.
Well, you know what, Hub? I've always said to the people that say that to me, can you help me with my project? I say, only if people want it. It's not up to us. All that
Exactly.
I can do is talk about it. And Jimmy, of course, being PR, develops it.
Yes,
But the
right.
proof is in the pudding. If your movie is good, which I'm sure it will be, it'll go fast. It's just
Yes.
a dog. The dogs are hard to get rid of. You
Oh,
know,
I know it. I know it. I wrote it. It was easy. And you know what? I can't wait to write another one. And I didn't know I could write.
People like success stories. They love people who lived in a car who are now successful. People enjoy that. So it's got a good basic. I think it's going to do. We'll see. Shoot it.
Yes.
Oh, you need the money. You need the money to shoot it.
we
We
need
got to
to-
get it raising it. Yeah.
I have 6 films I'm in. I'm still waiting for them to get funded. So patience, my friend, patience.
I think 2025 is going to be the best years for all of us in this industry because COVID hurt us. A lot of things slowed us down, but us that kept going, we didn't give up. We kept going. I think this year's going to be really good. I feel good. Look at me. I mean, even if I just be a farmer with Holly Ann, I'm happy. But hey, I got to do these other things. I know I got something I can help a lot of people once this stuff comes out because it tells a story.
Well,
It's about-
all I can say is get experienced actors. Don't get paid to play people.
He's not doing that.
Get
It's
experienced actors.
a real movie.
Wait a minute.
It's a real movie.
No, I was going to say something important. Now he made me forget because he interrupts me
Get
all the
real
time.
actors.
And then something else. Oh, and a good director. Your director is so important because if your director's weak, the film is all over the place.
Exactly.
It never has
It'll
continuity.
do good. I think everything's going to be great. I'm pumped up.
Oh, that's gonna be fabulous.
We have a good director to recommend.
Right.
I'm working with her on 3 films, and I'm so happy to work with her because she's great.
Right.
No, it's all going to be good, you guys. So when do we think when do we think that the new single "It's in the Kiss" is actually going to be like available to come out for people to hear it, stream it, buy it, and all that?
Okay. Because I focused, I pulled off, I've got so many irons in the fire. When I met Holly, I got the rest of my life to do this entertainment. I met Holly and I pulled away for a minute, but I kept doing my PR because if you don't, you're going to get lost. I secured this. Now I got Holly, got the land, got the house. It's all what I want. And then after that, I'm going to get back and do what I'm doing. But everything's within 2 days in the studio to finish the song. The movie, I've already know the location on the film to shoot the mini movie for the music video. And when she already knows the words, I know it's nothing to it. So it could happen in 30 days if it all just comes together. And I mean, it could be less than 2 weeks if I bust my ass and get it done. You know,
There you go. I like
that's
that.
what I'll do.
I'm excited for you, and most of all, I'm just excited to see you happy. Like, I love to see the
And
big smile.
I want to say this: Holly's a very lucky girl to get a guy as terrific as you to love her as much as you do. And I want you to tell her that, or let her
She's
hear.
listening.
Are
She's
you
listening.
listening, Holly? Listen, Holly, take good care of my friend Hub. You know, I'm Italian and I'm from Brooklyn. I know a lot of wise guys. So if you're not good to Hub, I'm going to
Oh.
drop a dime and have a hit put on you. And we will absolutely we will convert you into a man.
Stop. She's good to me.
Have my friend sew a dildo on.
Stop. Ron. Ron, you're getting me in trouble, man. Okay, no. She's good to me, man. Look at this smile, man. I'm grinning like a possum eating briars.
Good. Now, when is that wedding date? I want to put it in my book.
You ain't waiting on me. It could be a week or a month. Who knows? We're waiting on her.
Oh, so
You're
we're
waiting on her.
already doing the
Hey,
bullshit.
Hey,
I want to
No,
say,
he's on
listen,
her. He's
if I
waiting on her. He's waiting on her.
if I were Holly's father, I would insist on a date, or you can't see my daughter.
yeah. Well,
So
yeah.
now I'm going to act as Holly's dad.
Okay.
If you don't give my daughter a date to wed her, you cannot see my daughter.
Hey, you gave her a ring already, so they're doing
Ring is
pretty good.
bullshit. I got ring.
No, I don't want to give her an ultimatum because let me tell you, man, I don't have to be married to this. This is an angel. This is the other half of me, Ron. Ron, I'm 63 and I finally found romance and I'm happy.
I'm glad you're happy in the romance, but you know
yeah.
what? Romance is after 3 years or 3 months, the
Yeah.
romance dwindles.
Yeah,
There's nothing
thank God we
like
sing and dance. We sing and
Listen.
dance together too. So
Listen,
We're happy.
when I met Jimmy, I was crazy about. Well, not really. It took a while, but I became crazy about him. And he would
Yeah.
stop by my house on the way home to his house because he was cheating on his 25-year lover, and with me. And he would stop by my house to see me, and I'd get so excited. Now I wake up in the morning and we look at and I say, "What are we going to do today?"
That's
come
not
on.
That's not how it is.
I
He's
know
being-
it. Ron,
People like it when I talk crazy shit like this. I have an
still-
audience.
They have to make, but people new turning in don't know you, so then it's
People
not-
turning in know that either I'm crazy or making it up. So they have a choice.
All right, so hey, you guys, follow Hub Reynolds Jr. His Instagram is just Hub Reynolds, but his TikTok and his X are Hub Reynolds Jr. Definitely, you want to follow him on TikTok, and then you'll see all the videos that he also does with Holly Ann. Check out the hashtag Holly Ann and Hub Jr. And
Rusty Dreams.
be looking for Rusty Dreams, and be looking for the new single "It's in the Kiss," which we will
And
play here.
if you like Hub, which we all do, we all want to help Hub. So please buy his song, buy his music. He needs the money to make his film, because once he makes the film, he's going to show it to you, and it's going to give you pleasure. So indirectly, Hub Reynolds is working for you to give you pleasure.
There you
So
go.
give money to his film or
Thank-
buy his music.
Thank you, Ron. Hey, I get the check in the mail. Thank you.
So, Hub, we want to thank you for coming on the show. It's so good to see you. Please give
Don't
all our
say
best.
that because people will believe it.
Please give all of our best to Holly Ann, and we'll see you in social media. If you need anything, you let us know.
Thank you for having me on, Jimmy and Ron. I love you guys. You guys are good fellas.
I think
watch it.
you're a great buddy of ours. And
Thank
we
you.
really care.
Thank you, Ron. All right, I appreciate you guys. Y'all take it easy. It was fun.
Bye.
Bye, Hub. Take care, babe.
All right.
Hey, everybody. So we're going to take a quick
Such a nice guy. He really is a nice guy, everyone. Please buy his music or send money to his movie.
Hey, you guys, so we're going to take a quick music break. Here's Emblem 3 doing a cover of Adele's Hello, and then when we come back from that, we're going to have our second guest, Braden Bod.
You know what? Out of all the millions of people, and there are millions of people that listen and watch our show, there must be some multi-millionaires in that crowd. So those multi-millionaires, what's a few thousand bucks? Give of your money, Richies. Give to Hub.
Oh, he needs millions.
Well, that's okay. Give millions. Give us millions.
We need millions, too, to make our movies, too, you guys.
Movies. You know, the entertainment world is going downhill because there's no funding. You only have these $150 million movies that are all action and no story. We want to get back to life. We want stories about people. Reality of the world. That's what's important in a movie. Not blowing up and beating up. Beating up and blowing up is so passé.
All right, so here you guys, here it is. Enjoy Emblem 3's version of Adele's Hello, and we'll be right back with our next guest. Hang on.
Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet to go over everything. They say that time's supposed to heal ya, but I ain't done much healing. Hello, can you hear me? I've been in California dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free. I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference between us and a million miles. Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call you, never seem to be home. Hello from the outside. At least I can say that I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart, but that don't matter. Clearly doesn't tear you apart anymore. Hello, how are you? It's so typical of me to talk about myself. I'm sorry. I hope that you're well. Did you ever make it out of that town where nothing ever happened? It's no secret that the both of us are running out of time. Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call you, never seem to be home. Hello from the outside. At anymore. Yeah.
All right, everybody. That was Emblem 3, one of my favorite band guests that's ever been on our show. So they're a lot of fun. And now we're going to bring on our next guest.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Ron. Thanks for having me.
Body. How do I pronounce your last name?
Yeah, it actually is Body, believe it or not. It's
Body.
it's German, I believe. Yeah.
I got it right.
I'm looking at him. He's going to be. You're in my movie, so you better not look so good.
Yeah, I heard you're going to be in it. I look forward to it.
I know. You're the star of my movie. But if you think you're going to strut your shit looking that hot, you better think twice.
All right, I'll reconsider.
I'm calling up the producer. You're fired.
All right, everybody.
Nobody that good looking works with me. You get it? And if you have a great body, you can go fuck yourself.
He does.
You go near that set, I'll break your legs.
Hey, everybody, now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, actor, musician, author, and fitness enthusiast with many, many fitness books published and done very well.
How old are you?
Braden Body.
I'm going to set him up. How old are you?
I just turned 38 pretty recently.
38. I got a daughter. Tall redhead with blue eyes.
So hang on. So Braden, this is Ron Russell, my cool, outrageous man about town co-host.
Hello,
Braden.
Braden. Interesting name. How'd you get Braden? Your mother couldn't spell?
My parents were just very, very keen on coming up with a name that hadn't been done yet. So, it was 86 when I was born.
Oh,
and there were no other
name.
Bradens at that point. So yeah, no, not
I
a
love
stage
that
name. It's my real name.
I
Thank you.
think it's
I appreciate it. Thanks.
I think it's a sexy name. You're a very sexy guy. You're going to do good in our movie. All you ladies out there, you have to go see the movie. Because I understand he does frontal nudity.
Oh, yeah. So you guys...
It doesn't. Listen, Brandon, shut up. Braden, it sells the movie. So when they get there, they're disappointed.
I think if I'm not mistaken, wasn't there frontal nudity in the first movie?
I don't actually remember. So
frontal
we want everybody to go see it, and they can find out.
It wasn't frontal. I just remember there was a shower scene, though. I'm almost positive. So
would you do frontal nudity?
If the price is right.
You would? See,
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking. It's jokes.
No, I never would, because in my entire career, and it's 64 years in film, if they ever asked me to do frontal nudity, I would have said no, because there's a chance of injury tripping on it.
Oh my gosh. You've got to be considerate of that.
You guys, first of all, Braden, the reason I met Braden through Hilton Ariel Ruiz, who's been on the show a bunch of times. Hilton is the writer and director of the kind of cult film Zombie with the Shotgun, of which Braden is the zombie in Zombie with the Shotgun.
Oh, you mean they're going to fuck him up with the ugly makeup?
He's also, yes.
Oh, good.
Good. He's also going to be starring in the sequel, Zombie with the Shotgun, and we're even a possibility that there's going to be a Zombie with the Shotgun TV series that he's also going to be playing in. Before we talk about Zombie with the Shotgun, though, because I also, when I was doing a little research on you, and I know you're an author, he has a bunch of books called The Nature Physique, you guys. And then I found 4. There are more than 4 of them?
I think with The Nature Physique, there are 4, to be honest. I wrote those so long ago that I can't even really remember. It actually started off as, so I was a personal trainer while I was living in New York for about 2 years. And, while I was doing that, it was so many people, friends and family members, they would kind of ask me to write them up fitness routines and nutrition plans and whatnot. And I enjoyed doing it, but it got to a point where it was I was kind of being asked to do it all the time. And so I just kind of came up with the idea that I should come up with one plan that kind of can suit everybody, something that's not too difficult, something you could do at home, mainly with body weight training and resistance bands, stuff like that. And then just a very basic meal plan to help you get leaner and just have better sustain energy throughout the day. And so I wrote that up, and I was like, oh, this is longer than I thought it was going to be. So maybe I should just turn it into a book, because it was around that time, I think, that, the whole Amazon Kindle thing was really starting to blow up. And so I was like, I wonder how I would go about doing that. So I just did my research. I figured out how to do that. But while I was writing that book, I actually realized that I just really liked writing in general. So that's why I tried fiction. So then I got into a whole nother thing of like writing under all these pen names, just trying different storylines, trying different genres. And I got pretty lucky early on. So I just kept with it. And that's like how I make most of my income at the moment. I usually write about 2 or 3 like shorter books per month. And I've been doing that for the last 6 or 7 years. So
hold on, I want to go back though to the fitness books. Wait.
No, wait. I can't hold this in anymore. Tell me, why on earth are they going to cover this man up with ugly makeup? Why? That is the stupidest thing.
Because he's the star of the movie.
But they have to show him handsome like he is, then becomes the ugly zombie.
Wait, I want to go back. I don't want to talk about the movie yet. We're talking about the book. So, because I find, first of all, you guys, if you Google him, if you want to see what he looks like without the shirt, Google him, and he'll come up, and you'll see he's ripped to shit. He's like totally like ripped. So the first book, you guys, is The Nature Physique, Body Weight and Resistance Band Exercise Guide, the #1 guide on how to look great without a gym. Then he did The Nature Physique, Easy Breezy Abs, which he has great abs. Then he did The Nature Physique, the Amazonian Warrior Workout, which I think is for women then, right? Is that?
Yeah, definitely. That was targeted more toward women.
And then he did The Nature Physique, Tarzan's Towel Workout. So he has all these great books, you guys. They all did really well. They're on Amazon. You can get them on Amazon. And this is what he has done. He took a little break from acting, but you have seen him in several of things. He was on Secret Diary of an American Cheerleader. He was on Days of Our Lives, Parks and Recreation. He did a movie, Confessions of a Prodigal Son, with Kevin Sorbo. But he also did Nicole, Her Ex, and The Killer. And I know Tracy Lords, and we've had Jamie Bernadette on the show. And we see her at a lot of red carpet events here. You don't live in LA, right? You went from New York to Texas.
No, I actually went from New York to LA to Texas. So yeah, I was living in LA for about 7 or 8 years, right after New York. So, and then I moved here about 3 years ago.
And how do you like living in Texas? Austin's a great place because you have South by Southwest.
Yeah, I love so much about it. I love the music scene, of course. That's kind of the main reason I moved here. But I don't like the summers, as you'll hear from pretty much everybody. It's like 110 degrees every day. So I usually go to the Midwest during the summer and hang out with my parents, because they still live in the same house that I grew up in. So they're always very welcoming of me coming back there, fortunately. So yeah, I always take a break from Texas in the summer for the most part.
We're in Palm Springs, and it's like 120.
So
yeah, I know what it's like there very well.
Yeah, it's terrible.
As I look at you, I think back when I was young. I had black hair like you, big, thick black hair. I miss my black hair. So look in the mirror every day and enjoy your black hair, because when you're old, it's going to be white and you're going to look like shit, like me. So when I was young, He's
84.
Yeah. I was as good looking as you are when I was young. Oh, yeah.
I believe it.
Oh, no. I used to get the compliment. I was not conceited because I knew it already. I would go, no, I would
That's
go.
not conceited.
No, it's
Good way
not.
to put it.
It's called fact. Listen, you know how handsome you are. So when people tell you you're handsome, it's boring because you've heard it so many times before. I still get it at 84. They say you look good for your age. You're still a handsome man. Yeah, for a prehistoric human. But when I was your age, I had black hair. I still have my black eyebrows, but I miss my black hair so much. I loved it. I look like a killer, a tough Brooklyn Mafia killer with my black hair.
I could see that, yeah.
Now listen to me. You're a soapy for sure. Why aren't you working on a soap?
Well, to be honest, that was never really a goal of mine, to be on a soap. I every time I worked on like Days of Our Lives there, I think I did a couple other ones while I was there, just like little appearances here and there. But, to be totally frank, it was like every time I saw the series regulars memorizing all those lines every single day, I was I was like, I just didn't want to deal with that. I have way too many other interests, and it would just take away from everything. It would take all my time to do that. I have like huge respect for those people who are able to do that, and I just
Right.
We're friends
Yeah.
with all the doppies.
Sean Kanan is a very dear friend of ours, and
Mhm.
he sometimes has 40 pages to learn in one day.
Yeah, I
I
have no
say-
desire for
I
that.
say, fuck them. Fuck them. I could never do it.
Yeah, I
Never.
couldn't. I honestly wouldn't trust myself to do a good job with that, so I wouldn't want to screw over the production, and it's not how I want to spend my time. But yeah, great respect for the ones who do it.
Wait, when I'm in Zombie, if I have 3 lines, I have to have Jimmy feed them to my earplug.
You have to have cue cards.
Don't laugh.
No, he doesn't use cue cards because he has a hearing thing that he
I have an earplug, and Jimmy reads me my lines.
I like
don't
that strategy.
Listen, you know who Jane Russell was, the movie star Jane Russell?
He might not.
I
Be
hear
old.
the name thrown around all the time, but no, I
Famous,
can't think of her
famous,
face.
famous movie star.
Like Marilyn Monroe.
She worked with Marilyn Monroe, very famous woman, my very dearest best friend. And I used to say to her, Jane, you know, I have contacts. I could get you in movies. And she'd say, I can't remember the lines. All right, don't eat my head off. But
I get it.
she couldn't, because she was 89 years old. She's lucky she could pee, let alone remember lines.
So you guys, I'm going to talk a little
Wait,
bit.
I got to ask, I got to get there. The women are going crazy in the chat room. Do you have a girlfriend?
I do actually. Yeah, she's. I'm very lucky to have her.
Why don't you lie and say you don't and you're looking for one?
Well, for one,
Just like all the hopeful women that
It's really
watch
good to
our
me,
show
and,
have a chance.
Is she an actress or is she in a totally different field? Or she might be in health.
No, she's actually she's mainly a singer songwriter. She's pretty successful in both of those, and then she's also recently gotten into kind of like holistic health sorts of fields. So very passionate about that.
So actually, that guy
So-
fits
so-
you. You guys
Okay,
actually fit
So are
together.
you thinking of marriage?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I wouldn't be with somebody right now if I weren't at this age, if I weren't considering that. Yeah. So
So when do you
hopefully.
think you're going to get married?
Well, we've only been together for about 8 months, so
Oh, 8 months. Forget it. You'll have 20 more.
No.
Oh, when
don't
I
say
went out
that.
with people
That's-
for 8 months, I had 10 more.
Yeah, okay. So I want to go with the whole zombie with the shotgun thing.
It's not conclusive yet. Come back on the show when you're going to give me a date.
So zombie with the shotgun. First of all, how
He's
did
very
you,
shy.
how
Women
did you-
like that.
How did you actually meet Hilton? How did you become the lead of zombie? How did you become zombie with a shotgun?
So Hilton and I actually go way back. It was, believe it or not, he was actually the one to give me my first acting job ever. So I have a lot of love for the guy. I've gotten to know his family too. His wife Jen is great. This was back in probably 2012-ish, I think. He gave me a supporting role in a short film or a web series. I can't really remember specifically what it was, but it was something very minor. And then after a few days of working on that, you know, he brought up this whole zombie with the shotgun thing. And I think I was pretty honest from early on about how little acting experience I had had. I was actually in New York because I was working in the fashion industry and, you know, modeling and stuff like that. And so while I was there, I was also taking acting classes. And so I started just kind of like looking for auditions here and there. And that's how I found the first film that he was working on. So I auditioned for that. He gave me the role, and then he brought up Zombie with a Shotgun. And before I knew it, I was working on that, and it felt like a very cool experience, especially for, you know, having close to no acting experience whatsoever. So yeah, I'm really grateful for the guy giving me those opportunities, because I don't know if I really would have gone out to LA eventually without that. Like, he definitely encouraged me from day one. So I'm super grateful to the guy.
I love it. So zombie with
Wait,
a
hang on,
shotgun.
hang on. Is that the movie I play the cop or detective in?
No.
What do I play in that?
You don't. I don't know what you're playing yet. You're in it, but you.
I'm in the movie, but you don't know what I'm playing.
No.
Isn't that fucked up?
No, because it depends. So
Fucked up.
you'll be in it.
I hate that. I have to know what I have to know.
No,
what
you're
I'm
not
doing.
playing cop. That's a different movie. This is
Different
zombie
movie?
with the shotgun.
So who do I play?
I don't know who you play. Like, it hasn't been decided. It hasn't been. He's the only person cast in the movie.
Yeah, I know. When they made a mistake, they should have got an ugly guy.
Yeah.
They're gonna put all that shit on his face. This,
Anyway, hold on.
this
So
handsome fella
here's
is
the
gonna be
synopsis
covered
for-
in in hanging
Here's
skin.
the synopsis, you guys, for Zombie with a Shotgun for the first one. Zombie with a Shotgun is the feature adaptation of the popular web series of the same name. Aaron, which is him, and Rachel are on the run due to the fact that Aaron is infected by what seems to be a zombie
so
virus.
we're going to see him good looking.
As the story
Good.
unfolds, they find that there is more to this infection than it seems. For some reason, he has not developed the full zombie virus. He seems to be trapped in a transitional phase, which grants him certain abilities. One of them is the ability to communicate with other zombies. This makes Aaron a valuable pawn as he's being pursued by shadowy figures with ulterior motives. Now he must stay alive or undead long enough to figure out the source of his infection.
Okay, I'm happy. So they will see you as you are
No,
now.
you don't. You haven't seen the movie. The movie's been out for
You mean
years.
he's going to come on the screen as a zombie?
He's going to be a zombie,
He's
yeah.
turning into one.
No,
So they have to show progression.
Oh, look at his dog. How cute.
Yeah.
We love
This is
dogs.
Rue. She's a half pug, half Shih Tzu.
I
He's a
love
beauty.
adorable.
He-
R-U-E, Rue?
He's like a stuffed doll.
How do you spell it? His name.
R-U-E, kind of like the character in
Yeah.
Hunger Games, I think. That's how she spells it.
Yes. Oh, I love it. That's a she. Okay.
So where's that script?
So
I
here,
wanna read
anyway,
this.
so here
No,
we're going to
don't
do.
brush me off.
We don't talk about those things on the air. We're talking about those
I
things
talk
later.
about everything.
Yeah, I don't have the script for it, so you can't read it.
There's no
until we have to
script.
get money.
This man is in a movie with no script.
Honey, the movie's been out for 5 years. You're talking about the sequel. We're not talking about the sequel. We're talking about the actual movie.
What about it?
That's what we're talking about.
Why?
Because he's the star of it. Why do you think he's on here? He's the star of it because we're
He's
making
not
a
in the
sequel.
sequel?
Yeah, he's the star of that
So
too.
we should be talking about
No,
the
we
sequel.
can't talk about the sequel till something gets done with it. We fight like this all the time. Don't worry about it. So anyway, here you guys. So what I want you to do, Braden, is I want you to announce the trailer. We're gonna play the trailer for everybody. You just say who you are, and this is the trailer for Zombie with a Shotgun. We're gonna play it. You hang on, and after we play the trailer for everybody to see, we'll be right back.
Okay. Wait, so what do you mean you want me to announce that?
Yeah, just say, hey, I'm Braden, and this is the trailer for Zombie with a Shotgun.
Oh, got
Like,
you.
or
Okay.
something like that, whatever you want.
Hey guys, this is Braden Body, and we're about to watch the trailer for the feature film Zombie with a Shotgun.
Perfect.
Better be careful with that gun.
Of course.
Take them to the lab and get them tested and processed immediately.
And now with this dream becoming a reality, I will give you anything you want for your great contribution.
What is so special about them?
Not sure.
Listen, we're both going to die.
So let's make it easy.
Your government doesn't tell you everything you need to know.
Lied to me.
I love it. I
Yeah,
love it.
It had
See,
been so long since I've seen that.
Jimmy
thing.
was wrong. Jimmy was wrong. They do show you nice in the beginning. Then you transition into a disgusting looking thing. But
Yeah, if I remember correctly, I don't transition till I think closer to the end, but at least like halfway through or something like
yeah,
that.
I mean, you don't want to be. We have had every Jason on our show, every actor that played Jason, and I felt sorry for them because nobody ever knew who they were. They were in
Right.
masquerade costume,
Right.
and it's nice when you could be who you are and then be like a werewolf or a.
A zombie with a shotgun.
No, zombies stay the way they are. Werewolf, the werewolf movie I'm in. I'm in a werewolf movie coming up, and it's people transition back and forth from humans to werewolves, and I like that because it gives the audience a feeling of who the person is. Do you understand? Then they become the zombie, because to walk into a theater and just see a zombie, who the hell gives a shit?
So everybody should know.
That's a good
First,
point.
A Zombie with a Shotgun, you guys. It's also based on a comic book. It was extremely low budget, and they did a phenomenal job for the little bit of money that they have. I mean, like, probably a lot of people spend more money on groceries in a month than this movie cost you guys. So
For sure.
so they
For
did a
sure.
phenomenal job. Hilton is really like a genius. Braden did a great job with it. And are you a fan of the horror genre, like in general? Like, is that something that you would normally like to do? Because I know you're very particular too about the types of things that you do.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, I remember watching so many horror movies when I was a little kid. You know, my grandparents would just sort of let me watch whatever the hell I wanted when I was staying at their house. So I would watch. I remember watching the goriest stuff when I was like 4 years old, and people just kind of letting me run free with the remote. And so weirdly, those are kind of like some of my favorite memories. And I think that actually transitioned a bit into adulthood, because a bunch of my pen names that I write fiction under, you know, a lot of those are horror related themes. So yeah, I definitely would say that I'm a big fan of it. I mean, I think the horror genres for my books are actually definitely my biggest money makers. So I definitely have some kind of interest in it. Yeah.
Are you going to turn any of those into movies? Any of your books turn them into movies sometime in the future?
Well, actually, there's one series that I wrote, which was definitely wasn't one of my most successful series, sadly, but I had a lot of fun writing it. I would love to turn that into a TV series if possible, but it hasn't really gotten the traction that I hope. So we'll see.
I love it. So what are some of your...
when Zombie with a Shotgun gets picked up and it becomes a TV series, you'll be contractually in all of them because you were in the beginning. That's going to be a wonderful break for you, because to be on TV every week is phenomenal. You can't do that in the world of acting. So you have a good opportunity here. Let them show you this way and then a zombie. Be certain.
Sure.
of that.
I'm actually
I'm
thinking
serious.
he's really good for the werewolf movie that you were talking about.
I mean,
like, he can be
you know
somebody
what,
good
Jimmy?
for that.
Listen, I'm gay, but I'm not hitting on you. If you were gay and I were in a gay bar, I'd be all over you. But you're not gay, and I'm not hitting on you. So I don't want you to think for 1 minute I'm some degenerate old man that likes Twinkies.
Never crossed my mind.
So I'm married to this old bag, and if I like Twinkies, I sure wouldn't be with this one. But I talk to you as an agent would. You got a great look about you. Not only you're nice looking, but you have a good look. There's something about it that's very Tyrone Power or very 1940s. You have that old Warner Brothers face. You have something there. I sense something is there. And if you promote it the way you should, I think that we're going to hear from you a lot. I think you're going to be in feature films because you got something, kid. I don't know what it is.
I appreciate that.
We have a lot of good-looking guys that come on our show. And half of them, I just think of, they're pretty boys, and out the window they go. But you have, doesn't you have a 1940s look?
I don't know about 1940s.
You could be in a period movie that takes place in Hollywood, 1940, and look very much the part. In other words, look like you belong there. Errol Flynn with lighter hair. You look like Errol Flynn with lighter hair. You got a great look.
He's very so we watch a lot of Turner Classic Movies, and that's basically his area of expertise because he was friends with all. He knew everybody. He knew Elizabeth Taylor and Betty Davis.
All the big movie stars. I used to hang out with them when I was young.
And I watch a lot of Turner Classic Movies now. I hadn't seen anything before I met him.
No, I'm telling you, the minute you came on the screen, I went, ooh. I was hit. That's important. Because if it takes 5 minutes to do ooh, you ain't got it. But you came on the screen and I went, ooh, you have that ooh. That's so important because that's
Very
what
encouraging. Thank you.
So you can do action stuff. So you have a lot. Because you can be a pretty boy, but you can also do action type things. You know, you're running around all through zombie with a shotgun.
Now the other question is, can you act? Period.
I hope so. We'll find out, I guess.
I don't hope so. Talk to me like you're my friend. Can you act? You have to say yes or no. Can I act? You bet your ass I can. 65 years. I got good experience. I'm very positive about my acting. I become the character. Everybody knows that. Now, do you become the character? Can you act?
I can act. I'll become the character.
That's what I want to hear. You must never say, I hope so. Because if somebody's interviewing you for a part and they say, can you act? And you say, I hope so. They'll say, get the fuck out of here. Come back when you can. So you have to be confident and you have to say, of course I can act. And I'm a damn good actor because that's what I do. That's why they hire me. Sometimes, well, I sleep with the producer also. That helps. Jimmy puts me in a lot of his films.
But I think that
I'm not suggesting you sleep with the producer, by the way. It's just that I'm married to this little boy, this man. This
little boy?
Well, I like to call you my little boy. I don't know.
Dude, he's nuts today. I don't know what he's like on drugs.
I'm
old. I'm 60. I'm not a little boy. But anyway, so who are some of your? Here's a question I like to ask, and it'll give me an idea. So bucket list. So you could act with anybody, any male or female actor, living or dead, that's ever been alive or dead. Who would you pick that you would love to work with, a male and a female? And then the second part of the question will be, I don't know why people call me. They know, like, I can't talk. The second part of the question would be, what movie, if you could have ever been in any movie that's ever been made in the history of Hollywood, what movie would you like to have been in?
Boy, that's really good couple of questions. I'm not totally sure off the top of my mind who I would work with if I could work with anybody. Probably somebody back from, like what Ron was saying about the 1940s, just because my dad always has those kinds of movies on, like the Turner Classics, like you were talking about, and that just every time that like I walk past while he's watching those movies, it really does feel like I'm just almost like looking into a different dimension. You know what I mean? Because it's just like that cinematic experience looks like it was just such a different thing than what we have now, like a totally different world, So I'm not sure who I would like to act alongside, but I just think I'd really like to experience that world, like the old Hollywood, like he was talking about. So that'd be really cool to actually have a role of a movie that was representing that. That'd be incredible. But
the acting is totally different then.
It's totally different. Yeah,
totally different.
Sure. Yeah.
I always say that when I work, most people, when they work with me, they have their arms at their side, and I want to smack them because that's reading lines. When I work, I do things like this. Hands play such an important part. If you use your hands to get something across, you got it made. Shock, love, everything.
Right.
A caress with the hand is love.
Right.
Punch. So learn to use your hands. Don't stand there with your hands at your side. I hate that.
Yeah, well, what's interesting though is like sometimes when you go in for auditions, like the casting directors, they tend to kind of have their preferences on how much you move in front of the camera and whatnot. So
I don't listen to them.
Yeah, I know. I mean, but some of them are very, very insistent on it. So
No, I tell them I'm an actor. You're paying me for my talent and my intuition. You're not paying me for what you are. If you want, you get up here and you do it the way you like.
Maybe I'll say something like that the next time.
I've got news for you. They'll give you the part because they realize that's bullshit. How could an auditioner tell you how to act? That's ridiculous.
Well, if it's the director, they can tell you what they want.
If you have to light a cigarette or pull your hair out of your head, maybe. But if you're up there just doing a general line, which they ask you to do, they don't have a right to tell you put your arms at your side. If you want to say, and I told you this, because you have to understand what I'm saying. That's important because it makes the character come alive rather than it's important what I say. That sounds like an old queen.
Do you get a lot of auditions? Like, have you? I know you because you've been focusing a lot on music lately, also. So, like, do you get a lot of auditions in text? Like, do you do virtual auditions, or how do you do it?
No, I've actually been out of the acting game for a few years. Yeah, when I came here to Austin 3 years ago, I sort of just I just sort of decided to take a break from it, really go at it with the music and writing. I also work on a few other projects too that are unrelated to those things. So if I were doing auditions here regularly, like getting self-tape requests and stuff, I think I'd start to feel pretty scrambled, more overwhelmed, because anybody who's close to me knows I have difficulty focusing on one thing at a time. Sometimes I worry I do spread myself too thin almost, because I'm lucky to have lots of interests, but man, I'm just like reaching out toward all sorts of things all the time. And it's like, I can't not do that. Like I've tried to sort of discipline myself and just go work on one thing, but I don't have the mind for that. Like I can't. So it's kind of a double-edged sword,
Braden, are you a fan of method acting?
I'm a fan of it, but I never applied it.
You never tried it?
No.
Never applied it.
Never applied it. Can I make a suggestion? Go sit in on one. Go sit in on one and see if it's for you. Method teaches you not to be you, but to be the character you're supposed to play.
Of course.
And if you get that in your head, you're a good actor. I see a great potential in you. You have to invest in yourself, and don't lay back and not go after film. It's discouraging. I'm still going after it. 64 years later, I'm still looking for film. You'll look all your life. If you're going to remain an actor, you'll die looking for film at 100. So don't ever stop.
I know. I'm never going to stop entirely. Definitely not.
I think it's great that you've done it, because everything you do is related to entertainment. Being an author, that's in the
but it's not
industry.
acting.
Being music, I know, but he's doing it all.
I had to raise 2 children because my wife left me. She's a bitch. And I had to stop working as an actor because I had to feed my kids.
Right.
So I lost about 20-something years I worked the stage. I did a lot of theater. And it was bad, because I would have been a far better known actor today if I had stayed in it. It's something that you have to stay in and pursue it all the time. You're always auditioning. You're always trying out. It's terrible, but that's what we do.
No, I agree. And, one of the other things too that kind of steered me away from acting for a bit is I have a lot of trouble just, I had a lot of trouble waiting around by the phone, getting auditions from my agent, and just kind of, it felt like there was like one person after another I was having to get the green light from. It was like, sure, I could, try to fund a project myself, direct and write a movie myself, act in it, all that. But even then, it's like, it still kind of requires you're relying on a lot of other people. Whereas like with the writing, I found that very liberating, because I was like, oh, I can make this book, this production entirely myself from start to finish. I can be completely on my own timeline. And it's the same thing with the music really too. So that's what sort of attracted me to immersing myself in those 2 fields for a while, because I kind of learned that for the first time while I was really in the heat of it with acting, where I was like, God, there's so many days that go by where I feel like I'm not making progress. And it's like, yeah, it depends on how you look at it. If you feel like you're getting better at auditioning and you're meeting more people, all that stuff, but it's still, there was this feeling that left me feeling very like I need to see more like tangible evidence that I'm progressing. So then I just kind of got so drawn into those other things because I had so much more control over them. And then before you know it, it's like those have taken up most of my time. But I still think about acting all the time, and I still get offers for random indie films and stuff like that here and there. Like people will reach out to me on social media and stuff like that once in a blue moon, and I do still like fantasize about having a role that I can really sink my teeth into and really give it my all, but it's just that hasn't really come around yet. I actually don't even have an acting agent at the moment, just because I've been so focused on other things. So but when Hilton brought up, the creator of Zombies and Shotgun, when he brought up that we were going to get this thing going again, I got pretty excited, because I really Hilton is definitely one of the handful of people I worked with in the industry where I was like, I could just work with this guy eternally. Like, he's so easy to work with. He's definitely one of the hardest working people I've ever known. Like, he's so persistent, but he's also he's not difficult at all, which I think is like very rare to find in the industry, where you have somebody that's so like composed all the time and so driven and just so easy to get along with. It's nice. So I got excited when I heard we were doing this thing again.
We're going to get it going again. And
I have to say one more thing. Out of sight, out of mind. Remember that. If you are not visible in this business, you will be forgotten easily. Because even when you're famous, if you're not visible, you're forgotten. We had a very good friend who's passed away, an actor,
Paul Sorvino.
Paul Sorvino. Do you know who Paul Sorvino is? Wonderful actor. Mira Sorvino's father. And he moved to Pennsylvania and bought a farm. Couldn't get work. The minute he moved back to Hollywood, everybody gave him work. So that's a good example of the fact that out of sight, out of mind. Make yourself visible. Don't sit home and write, because when you're writing, nobody sees you.
I know, but he makes money then.
If he makes money at it, you have to do both.
Yes, he's going to do both.
But go to every shitty red carpet like I get stuck doing. I go to them.
We go just to be seen, basically, and to meet
I
people.
go to them to get Getty to take a picture of me. And Getty always get Getty pictures. They're important. The other pictures mean shit. If you're not important, Getty only photographs important people. So get Getty pictures. Go looking divinely handsome.
We're gonna have Zombie with the Shotgun too. It's gonna get done. I think it's gonna get done this year. I also think that once we get to know you a little bit, like I've got like 7 other films that I'm like working on, and one of them, you
he'd be good in the werewolf because he looks like a werewolf.
Well, he wouldn't be a werewolf. He
wouldn't be a werewolf.
There's only one werewolf. Like the werewolf is.
I don't want to waste. I thought there were a couple.
No, anyway, he doesn't know anything about it. But we have it's got 29 people in the cast, and we're trying to fill it. And it's got a bunch of big army people, that are like military people and stuff. And you would actually definitely fit for that. So I'll throw you in the list. We've got an A-list director, directing it, and so we'll see what we can do as we get along. Like with everything, we're looking for funding.
Well, I'm in a film that could use some eye candy, and I'm going to talk to somebody about it. You may hear from me.
He's also picky, though. He doesn't want shitty films.
I don't work in shitty films.
He doesn't do shitty. We were talking on the phone, and he doesn't want like the little shitty $50,000 crappy movies.
I don't get paid. I don't get paid $200 a day. Okay, so I don't get into shitty films. You know that, Jimmy. I don't want blood in my hair because it makes it pink. And I won't be in a movie if it's all chop 'em. I'm only in a movie with story, where the dialogue is professional and the actors are not pay to play.
I understand. I respect that.
So I am old school. I'm only in any movie I'm in is a good movie. Now, I did a lot of shitteroos because they didn't know if I could act. So I had to take the crappy movies to show them that I could do their junky script, which I rewrote anyway, because I didn't like half of their scripts.
So I have a question, because we've only got 2 minutes. First of all, you guys, Braden just got back on Instagram, you guys. You can follow him with his name, just BraedenBaade. So follow him, because he's going to be posting stuff as we're moving forward with all this movie stuff. How often do you work out? Like, to look like you look? I know you have to pay attention to what you eat, but like, how do you work out almost every day?
Yeah, always at least 6 days a week. Yeah, and then though, like the Sunday is usually the day I take off, but I'll still try to at least get some sort of movement in, something. Like abs, more ab exercise, just something basic like that.
Sick. It's awesome, but it's just like, it's such a devotion to look like to look like you look.
Oh, I look like that, and I don't do anything.
Well, yeah, I grew up with, luckily my dad was such a good example for me. So, because he would exercise no matter where we were all the time. and it just rubbed off on me. He kind of made it seem like, no, you work out just like you brush your teeth. You know what I mean? So it's something that's just very cathartic to me at this point.
That's what our books are about too. You can basically do it anywhere.
Now,
So we don't have. We have like
you
a minute.
speak of your family, so I assume you're close to your family.
I am, yeah, very close.
Where is that? Where do they live?
They're just about 40 miles north of Chicago, so they're right along Lake Michigan in Illinois.
Tough area.
In the winter, yeah, but it's so beautiful during the summertime, so that's why I escape here.
We love it. All right, you guys. So check out Zombie with the Shotgun. Look for the sequel, hopefully coming later this year. Zombie with the Shotgun, I believe, is on Tubi. Braden is the star of it. He's the zombie. Check it out. Also, check out all of his books. Just Google his name on Amazon. You can see his health and wellness and fitness books there. Follow him on Instagram, and we're going to be working with you soon. And we're looking forward to it.
I look forward to working with you.
And
Yeah, I
we
look
want
forward
to
to
thank
it as well.
we want to thank you for coming on the show, and we'll see you soon.
All right, thank you guys. Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it. It was fun.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much. We'll see you next
Bye-bye, guys.
Thanks for tuning into the show today, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye-bye.
Jimmy,
This is MC Alfred. I'm just chilling. Jimmy Star, yo, sitting down and designing. Where every man in my thinking. What are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC. You can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfred, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your wanna be. Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out.